Oak Cliff is here, make some noise. Okay, if you're missing, that's who did it. Right there. My people, my crowd. Very happy to be visiting here, very happy to be back. We lived at the home of Bobby Vinton up until I was about almost 5, I think. I remember I used to intro him to the house or parties that were held at the house, and I would say, ladies and gentlemen, presenting Bobby Vinton. And he would come out, and I kind of liked the attention that I got. So I kind of had it in my head that I wanted to be an entertainer. I'm just kidding, my mom's legal. Now. I was 14 years old when my mom got her green card. I remember when it came in the mail, she got it. She ripped open that envelope. She was like, oh, look at this, hijitos. Look at this. Did you see this? Did you realize what this means? No, Mom, what's it mean? It means that I don't have to hide from shit anymore. Had first misconceptions of thinking that I was wealthy, a wealthy child, you know, having tennis courts in your backyard. But that ended up not being the case. I moved from a home in Pacific Palisades, a mansion in Pacific Palisades, to an apartment in East Los Angeles. We went to Kentucky Fried Chicken, got in line, said, Jess, I would like a special combo basket number 2. I want the original recipe only. I don't want any coleslaw. Give me double French fries. I want a Diet Coke. Make sure that that's a Diet Coke, and make sure also that you make that for an American. Proud! I told my mom that I wanted to be an actor when I grew up. And I remember we were in the backyard hanging clothes on the clothesline. And my mom paused when I told her that. I said, I want to be an actor when I grow up, Mom. And she stopped. She looked down at me and she goes, but that's for good-looking people. You should do something else. And so I kind of put it out of my head. She said, 2 days. 2 days, and you would have been a Mexican too. 2 days? 48 hours? 48 hours was the difference between me being here with you talking shit about Mexicans and me having snuck over here, standing here before you talking shit about Mexicans. I get married at 18 years old. I become a dad at 19 years old, and I still have it in my head, but now I have to be a dad and work and take care of my family. And so I go on, and in the back of my head, still to be an entertainer. So at 35, I thought, well, let me look into this acting thing. Maybe I can kind of do something local and get it out of my system. Boom! And here I just fall onto this side of the United States, and a huge cloud of dust. Border Patrol comes screeching in their car. Pulls over, jumps out. Call it in. Safe! Then I saw an ad for an open mic. It says, do you think you're funny? Come to the open mic at the Backdoor Comedy Club. And I did great. 3 minutes, did great. Great. Subsequently, I was hooked, and for the next 6 months, I just bombed 99% of the time. Out of the 4 kids we have, we only had one of them on purpose. And it was one of our twins. Our kids are, my oldest one is a boy, 24 years old, soon to be 25. Yeah, do the math. I did not get married because I was in love. Come on. The dude's like, and we have twins that are 20, and we have a 7-year-old. Yeah, clearly I'm not a planner, not at all. And I was at an open mic probably 4 nights a week, and it was a little hard on the family. But I mean, it's what I wanted to do, and it was not going to cost anything, so I kept trying it. I went to San Antonio to audition for The Last Comic Standing. So there was 4 of us in the car, 3 of us got tickets. I was not one of them. And I had booked a show for my friends tonight because I thought the chances were pretty good that none of us were going to get on anyway. It says, okay, Peter, you're going to be the guy closing out the show, which scared me because I was the least funny person in my group. My friends were all scared for me too. They're like, oh, dude, you got to tell them you're not funny. You can't close it out. I mean, we're all better than you. And I said, I'm trying to tell them. Something clicked in my head. It was like, instead of seeing the audience as somebody I was going to deliver a performance to, I saw them as a group of people that were there, my friends, to have fun. And I just started talking. I didn't do any of my jokes. I just started randomly talking about different things and to the audience, and they were loving it. 4 is an embarrassing number to tell people. If you say, I've got 1 kid, oh, that's great, that's wonderful. When are you gonna have another one? If you say, I've got 2 kids, oh man, you've got the perfect family right there. Say you got 3 kids, dude, slow down. 4 or more, what is wrong with you? I made a decision to try and do this full time. My wife and I didn't agree on it, and she still hasn't gone. But last January, right after her birthday, I moved to Los Angeles by myself, living under my good friend's ping-pong table. And I was like, son, you should not be dating that girl. Oh, why? Because she's a nurse? No, because she's really, really unattractive. She's not good looking at all. And I'm not trying to be a dick or anything, but I have my grandkids to think about. I don't want to have grandchildren that I'm ashamed of. Who wants that? Do you want like, hey, isn't my baby beautiful? I didn't realize how hard it was going to be away from my family. I didn't realize that the distance of more than a few days and just knowing that I wasn't going to see them for a very long period of time was very, very difficult. And I found myself many times wanting to just come home. I was trying to talk to my son, my youngest one, Noah, on the phone, and he was really not wanting to talk. And I remember telling him, hey, I'm your dad, you need to talk to me, I'm on the phone with you, and I don't get to see you, so you need to pay attention to me on the phone instead of paying attention to your iPad. And he said, well, you're the one who decided to leave. You left me. And I didn't have words for that. I lost it. And if I'd had any money, I would have thrown everything I had in my car and come home. And the show goes, hey man, you're pretty funny, I loved it, but seriously, what are you? I said, I'm Hispanic, man. My parents are from Mexico. You know what? That's crazy, man. That's really crazy, because usually I don't like Mexicans. I swear to God. I said, what's your problem with Mexicans? You know what, man? I just really hate the way that they've done come in here to this country of mine and gone and f***ed up the English language. And I realized that the distance of more than a few days and just knowing that I wasn't going to see them for a very long period of time was very, very difficult, and I found myself many times wanting to just come home, and severely underestimating how much it would cost to be there and how long it would take to find a job and to find some kind of stabilization there. Meanwhile, at home the family's struggling a little bit too. We have 2 kids in college, we have a little one in elementary school, and it was kind of tough knowing that they're there and then me being over here, or rather in LA. But I realized that God didn't make me a lawyer or a doctor or a scientist and make me the smartest guy. He just made me funny. And if this is what I have, then I need to utilize that so that I can provide for my family and to do what's going to be good for my life and the best way to take care of them. We've made it work, and there were times where I thought we weren't going to be together, but we celebrated our 25th wedding anniversary in February. This week, doing a few shows, and I'm picking up my little one, and he's coming with me for the summer, and he's looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it because he's never been to Los Angeles, and Mom will be joining us in August for a week, right before it's time for the little one to go back to school. And I don't know what I'm doing, but I know that I'm not going backwards.